Hello, y'all. It's 8:51 p.m. in the evening. Oh man, I have the worst freaking I'm trying to get to the bathroom, and I have the worst freaking leg cramp in my left leg. Oh, oh man, I can't even walk. I'm trying to get. Oh, hold up, y'all. Okay, so it was difficult, but I finally made it to the bathroom. Um, and even my stomach was. I'm sorry, not my stomach. My left leg was cramping. Even right right. It was right when I was using the bathroom, but after I got done using the bathroom, the cramp is better now. So today is the second day in a row of the leg cramps. Like I had leg cramps in both of my legs yesterday. And just now the leg cramps was so bad. It was so painful that I almost started to cry. And I was trying to not have to call the doggone paramedics. So um excuse me. So I'm thankfully um someone had helped me out with enough funds for today and tomorrow, and also I got my food, so I won't have to worry about food tomorrow. Oh man, well my legs are feeling better now, but my legs are swollen from being on the streets 3 nights, and then last night my legs were hurting so bad I wanted to cry, and they felt heavy and full. Excuse me, but sometime between 1 and 3 something, I think, or was it between 3 and 5 something? I'm surprised I was able to get me a little bit of sleep, and then after 5:30 I dozed off and fell asleep, and then I woke up. It was 10:40 something, you know, and I was able to get me you know, breakfast, and excuse me, and I would, you know, they were nice enough to let me charge my phone. But now, um, I don't even know if my phone cord is declining, because with the new phone, the cord was charging everything faster. But when the police officer broke my phone, my current phone, this is the one I'm on, the one that she broke and cracked. Ever since she broke this phone, the phone started charging slower. So, excuse me, the phone started charging slower. And then but I discovered that my phone that I'm using for backup, which was the previous phone before I got this one, um that phone, well, I don't use it to talk on the phone, or anything. I use it like a tablet, the backup phone. So that phone would take like 2 hours or so to charge, but now that phone is taking 4 hours to charge, and this phone is now trying to take 9 hours to charge. So Um, but yeah, like right before I went to use the bathroom, like in between my toes were itching and I tried to scratch and that's when the cramp came. Excuse me. So so my legs they they are my legs and feet they are swollen and hurt. Um and um yeah, I had a lot of excuse me for rubbing my nose, they making my nose itch. So the fake Darnell Williams perp was harassing me all fucking day on Twitter and YouTube. And David Jane came to harass me in the middle of the night. And so the fake Darnell Williams perp, like somebody left like a supportive response to my tweet, and he falsely reported her tweet on Twitter. This woman in the TI community. So I was wondering, and he was subliminal with you know, say, oh, what happened to that tweet about the Freemasonry? And my tweet was still there, but when she responded to it, I didn't realize they said this post is unavailable. So he must have falsely reported her tweet. And she hadn't been on Twitter for a while, and she just got back on Twitter. So, um, and it's like I really think that he has an actual personality disorder. Cause ain't no way, ain't no way. Excuse me. So, um, and then they had this other fake perp with the fake name King Solomon that mentioned something about me bashing Freemasons or something, and then he tried to tell me that they were are the best people I could go to for help. I damn sure did block him. So they had this narcissistic control freak fake TI perp, part of the Black Hebrew Israelites cult, try to make a response at me to dish out unsolicited advice to try to sabotage me getting help and stuff that's unrealistic. You know, excuse me, she doesn't even know how it is to live out here. You know, and she could, for all I know, be in a whole different damn country. So, and that ever since after I came back from using the bathroom, they are vibrating my body really bad. Um, so I went nearby and got 3 hot plates of food, and you know, but I guess my stomach must have shrunk because I don't have as much of a appetite. I couldn't even eat all my dinner. Um, but I had like some barbecue baked chicken, corn and peas, and some rice with gravy on it. The chicken was good. Um, but the gravy in the rice, what like the gravy that was on the rice, it had no flavor at all. And yesterday when I went to eat dinner, like the food had no flavor at all. I'm like, this is New Orleans. Like, what the hell? You know? And I think recently, earlier this past week, I think I don't remember where, but like they've been like serving food that has no flavor, no seasoning, nothing. Like, come on, like, how are you from New Orleans and you make gravy with, like, no flavor? So, but anyway, I'm glad I got to eat though. So, um, but I was told that since that this hotel is an independent, you know, he said that even though I am a diamond member, that they don't give late checkout to anyone here. And I highly suspect that that was the gang stalking script and that he was lying. You know, I don't know if he was lying or telling the truth. Well, they make my nose itch. But so it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, real bad, like life-threatening, kind of dangerous weather, and then um, and then excuse me, life-threatening, kind of dangerous weather tomorrow, and I think Tuesday, and then they said Wednesday is not supposed to rain really, but then Thursday, excuse me, Thursday through next Monday is supposed to rain every day. So, and people say that in the TI community, that when a target is forced out of their homes by various gang stalking reasons, that it is wrong for society to blame the target or the victim for the circumstances that the gang stalking network put us in. You know, and they have different methods and strategies to coerce a targeted individual out of their place to live. They have um people in the TI community who are homeowners and forced to end up homeless for various reasons due to the targeting. Um, it's like homelessness doesn't happen to every target. I understand, but that's the goal of the gang stalkers. You know, um, that's the goal of the gang stalkers. They said to hit us with directed energy weapons to the point where they could get us to try to be suicidal, like the vibrating, and that's one method. They use noise campaign, noise harassment. They gas people's homes. Um, they go and steal your stuff and do all kinds of things, to force you out of your house or apartment or your car. They will mess with your car to the point where you can't drive it anymore. Excuse me. And then you have to end up being forced to have to shell out unnecessary extra money for repairs. And then it's like, for the fact that they want you to be a slave, they don't want you owning anything or having any power or anything being targeted, because they figure that you're 3/5 of a human, aka slave, and that they feel like you're a slave with no rights, and so like they force everything to be way more expensive for you, and then they have people in society that consider you um a financial burden, and then you try to seek help with homeless shelters and stuff, and they lie and say that they can't help, or they deny you help. So yeah, excuse me. I guess with the amount of food that I have, I probably should have just got 2 plates of food rather than three. But I was thinking, okay, dinner tonight, lunch tomorrow, dinner tomorrow night. But it was a lot of food. But yeah, I mean, if I could stay here longer, then I probably could stretch the extra plates of food. But yeah, so but like yesterday when I went to eat dinner, like the dinner plate came with two, not one, but two leg quarters. Chicken leg quarters. Like wow. I'm glad that I mean, and that's how they do a lot of times in New Orleans. The private businesses, they hook you up. What the slang term hooking you up, or what give you some land yet. Extra. Give you a lot. But for the fact of me having a hotel room, and then I can take the leftovers and put them in the refrigerator for the next day, and eat it, so it won't go to waste. But if I had to be on the streets, you know, I would have felt really bad to end up wasting the food because I couldn't eat it all. Excuse me. But usually I eat. Most of the time I usually eat all my food. When I'm on the streets or something. But I try my best to not waste food. So, but suddenly my stomach hurts right when I said that. But when I came up in this hotel room, before sitting down, or before doing anything, I sat my stuff down and I went and sanitized and cleaned the toilet, checked the beds and stuff, and I went and took a shower, a hot shower with my special kind of soap. You know, I took a nice hot shower with the soap, and I tried, like, it was close to 6 o'clock this evening, and I started to doze off, but then I tried to fight sleep because I didn't want to be asleep at that time. So I forced myself to get up and go get dinner, and the other dinner plates I put them in the refrigerator, the mini fridge, and then I guess tomorrow warm the food up in a microwave, um, you know, but I'm thankful and glad to have help, out of the out of the bad weather. But yeah, like somebody being narcissistic and controlling and retweet their own tweets at you, and they don't retweet your tweet, but they'll retweet their own tweet at you, and then trying to tell you off about yourself, dish out unsolicited advice on what they think you need to do. And that really pisses me off and really upset me. And they do it on YouTube as well, you know. And I had problems with this person before, and she said some questionable things, or certain, and I've been kind of patient You know, I've been kind of patient, but it seemed like as if she wanted to publicly put me out there to be humiliated. You know, um, so and I mean, there are certain things I'm just gonna stay silent about. That I'm not gonna be so mouthy and talk so much about certain things. Certain things I just keep quiet about. Um, so I mean, excuse me. YouTube kept recommending me videos with this guy. That he looks like. Well, he looks like. At first, I thought he looked like the biological nephew Raymond, but then he looked like both Wyatt and Raymond. And he seemed like he got his face twisted up real mad. And every single video that he does is like about nosy people, you know. And I'm like, well, I could tell by your demeanor that you seem like a narc your damn self, you know. And I really hate that I see what on whatever social media that they have these people who profess to be dishing out advice on narcissistic abuse, and they be abusive and highly narcissistic themselves. And so when you ask them for advice, they end up saying something to hurt your feelings, or being extra nasty, and what some people would call belligerent towards you. You know, and it could be on question and answer websites or certain forums and stuff. They do the same thing with these so-called, narc abuse support groups. And I really think they're infiltrated with the narcissistic abusers, all the narcs at the top. And it be the narcissistic abusers running the narcissistic victim support groups online, on various websites. And some of them claim to be narcissistic abuse life coaches. And it's like they claim, if you claim to be a life coach, but then you got a bunch of issues and need help yourself, you know. So, but yeah, oh man. So, my legs are still hurting. See me, Winston, talking about my legs are hurting. Me just making this facial expression about my legs. The online perps will screenshot that and then smear campaign and lie and say that I was having an orgasm on the YouTube video. That's how sick they are. And I'm documenting and telling y'all what they do, or how they're doing it, or whatever. um but yeah, like I'm trying to move my legs a little bit. As I said, my legs are swollen and hurting. um and now I mean, even in 2019, before I fully woke up about being targeted, I felt like homelessness was taking a toll on me. And people say that, you'll end up dying out there on the streets with nobody to care about you. I don't even have any homeless friends. I mean, like when I was in Pensacola, like when I first got to Pensacola, the homeless community tried to befriend me, but then they all ended up turning into perps real quick. In Greenville, South Carolina, the homeless community tried to befriend me, um, but I had to watch out because those homeless men in Pensacola and Greenville, South Carolina, trying to prey on me and trying to take advantage of me sexually, you know, and so I just stay to myself and stay away from people, you know. Um, but like last night in the middle of the night, I forgot what time it was, but I think I was in the middle of doing a video, and a homeless perp tried to set up shop to plan to sleep, like lay down on the cardboard and try to sleep right across from me. I'm like, hell no, you ain't. Not right by me. So they planted him there, and I didn't know what all the threats that he said though. But me having OCD, I have, you know, with the OCD and stuff. You know, I cannot you know, I cannot certain things I cannot do. You know, and then like I'm surprised that you know, like before 5 o'clock in the morning, me being at that spot, that's the only spot I know of where I could go as a homeless person in New Orleans, you know. But it seemed like before 5 o'clock in the morning, like after, pretty much after 10 o'clock at night and before 5 o'clock in the morning, I have to be like wide awake and hyper vigilant. And then like after 5 o'clock in the morning, I end up being like comfortable and, you know. But then at by that time, around 6 or 7, I end up you know, I end up having to pack up and leave, and then go to the library, and now the fake Darnell Williams purpose harassing me about how he's gonna make sure that I'm banned from all libraries. This guy is freaking retarded, or something's wrong with him. He is too damn childish and sadistic and cruel. I mean, I don't even know if he's considered a freaking sociopath, a high level sociopath, or a straight up psychopath. But the fact that he brags about himself being dangerous Darnell Williams, and a white guy posing as a black guy. I never saw him in person, but you can tell that's like, I don't even think he's biracial. Um I don't even think he's mixed. I really think he's a white guy pretending to be black. You know, so even last night, after all that noise, they vibrated me all night pretty much, you know. Even after those perps on the bike left. And now, excuse me, they now I'm vibrating here, you know. So, yeah, like I as I said, I got help with enough for 2 nights plus some food, and then um well, they got breakfast, but I don't know how good or how bad the breakfast will be this time. But the last time I was here, the breakfast was trash, you know. But um, but yeah, but I mean, I'm just trying to survive, and as I said, it's like I end up being forced to have to ask for help out of necessity because see, they'll tell you you're lazy and need to go get a job, but then when you go get a job, they make threats and say, I'm gonna find out where you work at and get you fired. And then they come with another false narrative. So my twin sister tells the perps what my weaknesses and triggers are, and then has them come to harass me. And then and then she recently did a fake video or a live stream talking about you know I think she said something about stop blaming me for what other people do. Well, if you didn't tell them, oh, Candy hates the number 16, they wouldn't be harassing me. So yeah, you are at fault. She had her cult followers to change their YouTube pictures to Aaliyah, pictures of Aaliyah, and then mock and make fun of me. What she did and was perping me with Aaliyah, even back in 2022 for our birthday, she made sure of all colors. She made sure she got a red Aaliyah t-shirt and was mocking and making fun of me and perping me or whatever. It's like I don't even listen to Aaliyah's music no more. But yesterday at the mall, some two people I saw that was perping me with an Aaliyah t-shirt. And it's like, why do they choose to do this mainly at the mall? Whatever mall or whatever city and state I've gone to, it's mainly at the mall that they do that. But I didn't realize it was part of the gang stalking. But in 2018 and 19, a lot of people used to be perping with an Aaliyah t-shirt walking down Canal Street. And then treat me mean. And I didn't realize that was before I realized it was connected to or tied to the gang stalking. Before I fully woke up to how the program operates. So they had this one online perp who tried to say, well, Candy wants to just scam people for money and beg for hotel rooms so that she can lay up in bed and talk about stuff that happened over 20 years ago. But motherfucker, you still stalking and watching. And was it today? Did it happen again today? It was another perp, or am I thinking about yesterday? If somebody make a rude comment insinuating that they hate you so much, but the first thing they want to do is they want to subscribe and then make a bunch of hateful comments, and they don't even know you. It seems like they're a new like one of my twin sisters' new recruits on board. And it's like and sometimes they come with a fake new account and then lecture you, or I've been watching you for 4 years and stuff like that. But my twin sister tells her online fake flying monkey cult followers how to abuse me and how to taunt and harass me and stuff. Like all their attacks and abuse come from her. And all of my twin sister's abuse tactics come from the fake foster mom. And this is one of the reasons why I cannot let go of the past or forget about the past. Because the same abuse tactics from foster care, my twin sisters telling them how the foster mom used to, telling them to treat me how the foster mom used to do. But I cannot understand obsessive stalker hater though. while y'all fraudulently and illegally rich, living a high life, and probably driving around in stuff like a Volkswagen Atlas, or the newest BMW, or a freaking Jeep. And I have much or nothing. And you're envious of one hotel night out of the freaking rain? My heart goes out to, and I feel bad for the people who don't have any shelter overhead to be protected from the rain. I try to earn money through my writings. You block that. I try to get a real job. You block that too. Yeah, they don't want you, like, they don't want us to earn any money. And it's exhausting and a big wrestle. It really is a big fight. In the video that I did last night, or in the middle of the night, I got over 100 something views and absolutely 0 thumbs up, I think, last I checked. And y'all really think that y'all deserve thumbs up for doing evil and for being abusive? You know, excuse me. I mean, the place where I ate at today, I tried to inquire about a job opportunity. But then when I looked up on the website, they didn't have any positions for that place, So I tried. And I got a bunch of thumbs down when I was in Cincinnati, and I said, well, over the course of 2 months, I submitted like over 500 applications on Indeed and hardly getting much or nothing. And the airport job in Kentucky, that's supposed to be Cincinnati Airport, the lady did the interview. She had me come in for the fingerprinting, the interview, and then she told me I was hired over the phone, and then next thing you know, she went AWOL on me. And there was this other job, like swipe jobs. I went to go take like some drug test or some kind of test or something. Had to go all the way to Kentucky and sacrifice going all the way to Florence, Kentucky, and from Cincinnati, Ohio to Florence, Kentucky, and yeah, and quite a few other jobs. And they had certain jobs that didn't inquire to hire me until months later after I had moved out of state. 7 and 8 months later, oh, now you want me for a job. Too late, I'm out of state. And I got massive thumbs down for saying that I feel that I submitted over 500 job applications within 2 months. And I think it was called Shift Smart or something like that, or something similar. And I was trying to apply for those kind of jobs in Cincinnati, and they kept rejecting me every day. And I was trying to figure out what was I doing wrong, Excuse me. And then they had this one job. It seemed like it had decent pay, and they supposedly hired me. But then it wasn't until months later that they called me in for a job offer. I was already in Bloomington. And the online stalkers, they keep on they dish out wrong they tell they go spread gossip about me, and then they spread the story the wrong way, or they get facts and details wrong. So the previous housing that I had for a month back in September last year, that was not Section 8 housing. It was a different kind of low income housing. But they try to be like Candy walked out on three Section 8 apartments or whatever and this and that, or she did this. No, it's not. I didn't. It's not like that. They gang stalk me and then bully, harass, and threaten me and make me feel unsafe. And who the hell, when you can't even trust police, you get freaking sick and tired of calling the police several times a day on neighbors. I really hate that damn stress. Due to them gang stalking me that fucking bad. And then as I said, the more people in the TI community turned against me, and everybody sided with that neighbor, that perp neighbor next door. And then the fake Darnell Williams perp, he would throw Whitney in my face every opportunity. Excuse me, see, they're making my nose itch. But Whitney, that skank shitney perp with the 666 kids, she already sold her freaking soul. And then David Jane even tried to spin the story to falsely make it like as if I was the one harassing her. But as I said, she strategically waited for me to be on the phone and discussing, plans for the Social Security Ticket to Work program and trying to get a job through them and maybe work at home. And she, right when I was talking on the phone with him, she sabotaged that with a malicious noise harassment, blaring loud music, which was unusual during the midday on a Monday. And she was perping with the red too, and it's like, and then this fake TI perps were like, oh yeah, I could care less about a color and this and that, whatever. They care about the freaking colors to harass you with it. So if you were a real TI, you would know that you would be aware of their tactics rather than calling me childish and petty. And as I said, y'all be just sitting in your cars talking about positivity, but then y'all be the first ones to go behind closed doors and participate in malicious gossip behind the target's back. And I'm like, well, I thought you were targeted like me, and then you're acting like a perp and defending and agreeing with the perps. And trying to tell me that, Candy, this is where you messed up at, and you did this wrong, you did that wrong, you should have done this, you should have done that. Like, nobody told you to do a fucking fake video about me. And nobody told you to dish out unsolicited advice on telling me how you think I should have handled the situation. And then you do it in a way that's trying to mock me and shame me and trying to make me seem as retarded as possible. But you claim to be chosen, right? God's chosen elect, 144,000 and all that. Excuse me. So, yeah, I am extremely tired. So that's the thing. I guess what they do to targets is they force everything to be more expensive for us, and then whatever they have discounts and deals or something, they lie to the target and say that, oh, the such and such discount or deal or whatever is not available, and then they force you to pay full price and then cheat you and then try to make you pay double of full price when they got a sale going on or a discount going on. And if you confront them about it, oh, they'll kick you out of Circle K or something like that, or kick you out of Subway, ban you from Subway or something, So, yeah, I told y'all about the female covertly gang stalking me with the red Powerade. And she went and talked to and she went and talked to the doggone manager of that same job where I was trying to inquire about and ask about. And I'm like, well, that's a job that would have been sabotaged. And I went to apply for a job at Cricket Wireless in Victoria, Texas. In-person gang stalkers had they sabotaged my job opportunity, and they will slander you, and they will tell the Freemasons and perps and stalkers. They tell people don't hire you. They tell people to not give you a job. And so, I mean, I'm sitting here scrambling around and panicking, like, how am I supposed to survive? How am I supposed to live? And people dish out unrealistic advice, and then, like, they dish out unsolicited and unrealistic advice and demand and expect for you to follow it. And, stuff that's not achievable or stuff that's impossible. Excuse me. They did sometimes, they would give out bad advice and demand and expect for you to follow it. Stuff that doesn't work. So, but I'm tired enough that I'm probably gonna just go to bed earlier. The harassment on YouTube has been so bad that I've been thinking about, like, I really would. They're trying to force me to end up having to start doing my videos where I have to shut off the comments, and I feel like I really don't want to. Like, I was forced to have to have my blog where I cannot allow any comments because they stalk all my blog posts and then tell everybody else don't read my stuff. And then they end up with dozens and dozens of harassing, threatening, bullying comments to make me feel so worthless. And it's like they say stuff on the blog that they couldn't get away with saying on YouTube. And it's like the words are so harsh and so abusive, and it cuts so deep that just for me to see these words of the harsh words make me, it's like they trying to manipulate for me to go and kill myself. And they speak so unbelievably harsh about me. And excuse me, and so they've been harassing me to the point where because there would be times when the perps would hack in and turn off my comments on my videos, and I never turn my comments off on YouTube, and I like to keep my comments open, but I don't even know if I should just start taking whatever video, and that's gonna be more work and more time consuming for me to take whatever video and hold all comments for a review, or just stop allowing comments. But as I said, people probably might give like some helpful tips and suggestions that can really possibly be life changing and advantage. But they don't want me with any help, and it's like they would get jealous and see me getting supportive comments, and then I block their harassing, cruel comments, and then they would get mad and hack into my account and turn the comments off. And then I would wrestle and turn the comments back on, and then it would be like playing arm wrestle, and with me losing each and every time, with them forcing me to have my comments turned off because they're mad that they can't cut, that they're blocked from getting the cut in, and say abusive words to me. And it's like they want to have this fake vigilante attacks at me, and it's like they don't even have all their facts straight. And then you attacking me and complaining about stuff that ain't your business. Like, you force yourself to stalk and watch my videos and then give it thumbs down. And you've been doing this for 2 years and never gave up, never got tired. And then, as I said, if I have you blocked, you don't get that privilege or the right to complain about shit that ain't your business. Imagine you gossiping and complaining about something and raising your own blood pressure and stressing yourself out about a whole internet stranger who don't even know you. And y'all calling me the crazy, weirdo, psychopath. They are so desperate that they use fake AI, artificial intelligence, or Photoshop to make my eyes look demonic. But as I said, so many people have talked about my spark in my life. I mean, I don't see it. But so many people have talked about my radiant spark in my light before I even woke up to the truth. The first person ever told me that was a lady in a mental institution, in a mental hospital in Denton, Texas. And I felt like I was an atheist at the time. But I felt like because of the fake IDMR cult, I felt like I was atheist and wanted nothing to do with a higher power or God. But at the same time, I would do something sinful and then feel extremely guilty and bad and emotionally beat myself up about it. But then eventually I came to Jesus Christ and started believing. No more fake IDMR cult. No more Yahweh, excuse me, because I heard that, I heard something about, that occultists, use Yahweh as a name of a Hebrew demon, or something like that, and then the sacred name movement took it and ran with it, But yeah, I've heard people say that Yahweh is the name of a Hebrew demon. But I'm thankful and glad to call upon the name of Jesus Christ, thy Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And as I said, a lot of times this gang stalking be so distracting they distract me away from my concentration and my focus with walking with the Lord, And it's like I find myself backslidden very heavy and lukewarm, backslidden and lukewarm. And then like they will have this religious narc that will be harsh and abusive that I will have an encounter with, like, the closer I try to get with God, then that's, then they do or say something harsh and abusive and make me feel discouraged. Excuse me. So, oh man. But I really hate this forced, unstable life. I don't call it a lifestyle because I don't get to choose it. And other people in the TI community talk about their bodies being vibrated as well. Like, as I said, they're vibrating me right now. And I'm glad I remembered. When I took a shower today, they squeezed my organs today. when I took a shower this afternoon. Um, so I don't remember what else I need to talk about, but um, as I said, I need any and all the help that I can get. Um, you know, even if I could, if there was a way I could work for $100 a day or $150 a day and have my own hotel and food, but where can I find something like that? And the perps will sabotage it. I know what my narrative of my life is, what they putting me through. So, and my legs, yeah, they still hurt. But I'm gonna get off here. Thanks for listening to me. I would like to try to work on more short stories, and I'm still dreadful and scared about next month with the court date and everything. So excuse me. So I'm getting off here. Thanks for listening to me. I'm trying to fight to stay strong and trying to not give up. It's really hard, y'all. They're making it really, really hard for me. Thanks for listening. Love y'all. Bye.